GX. It is the APAC Major Finals. We start off on move. EAMONN
APAC Major
versus
Grand Finals. Here we go. EAMONN versus LEERO. LEERO has looked very good today, and so has EAMONN. Honestly, both these players have looked absolutely insane.
This is our round one.
Sheena took 3rd place.
Let's
Zigzag took 4th.
Is this?
We'll see who's first and second here.
Panama car without the blur?
It just might be. Let's see what these players move around and find.
Wait a second.
Yeah,
instant zoom into Panama for both these players. LEERO plays extremely fast on move because it's not his strength. So he will be guessing probably very fast on these moving
try and find
games.
Something if he can, but he doesn't seem like he will. Both just going to be in Panama City. Timer's going to run out here. They're both going to be on top of each other. Wow. But it is just way far west there. 4 points to start us off.
But yeah, it does seem like LEERO is employing this instant guessing strategy against EAMONN, one of our strong moving players in the tournament.
Yep.
And more beautiful snow coverage today.
Yeah, a lot of snow coverage today. A lot of the maps in these events have tended to have quite a bit of snow coverage, which gives us some very beautiful and interesting locations. Very fun to see in a competitive scene like this.
See, LEERO moved really fast into this town now, and EAMONN joins him.
What can they find? I mean, no signs. Oh, finally we have a sign. First time. Just a little small one there. Interesting. Okay, here's actually some decent information. You possibly are going to get a city on this. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it for LEERO. LEERO opting not to make that insta-guess on the round 2. Only 20 seconds left to go. So pressure's on for both of them. Last second, EAMONN has found quite a few town names. Can he actually find them? That's the question. LEERO zooming in. They're in a similar area. Western Austria. Now, who's actually going to be closer? EAMONN unable to find any of those towns on the sign. Yep. But he is going to be just slightly closer. A little back and forth for our round 1 and 2.
Yeah, not too much to write home about in terms of points yet. Round 3 in Brazil here.
Yeah,
bigger country.
Pulls right off the bat. 2 times multi could be big damage. We will see. Now, which direction are they going to opt to move? You see, EAMONN starts to move pretty quick, and LEERO from no move insta-guesses.
He's in Paraíba State, so yeah, I like this northeast vibe. EAMONN's going to join him there. A little farther south, but it makes sense with the landscape, these kinds of hills and the foliage we've got, and right between them, yeah.
Just over by Recife. LEERO, 700 points of damage taken from EAMONN's health bar there as we move on to round 4. This is our round 4 here, looking like a Colombia, if I had to say so myself. Let's start them off, get them going here, see what they can find.
Let's see. Seems like a fairly main road, so there's potential to get some info. Yeah, there's one of those kilometer markers in Colombia that LEERO's seen there.
A little sign there for EAMONN. Is that giving him a town name?
Oh.
Wait, hard to tell on our monitors, but I think it might. EAMONN's locked in super far north, and LEERO is so far south. This is going to be massive.
Opposite sides
2.5 times in Colombia. Actually can
country.
end up doing a lot of damage. We'll see here.
Let's see who's going to take the points here.
Wow, it's actually just in between.
LEERO's a little closer.
Wow. Both players looked a little shocked, especially EAMONN on that one. He takes 1,000 points of damage on that.
Yeah, even so, just with that distance between them. Some nice points for LEERO as we head into, it looks like Ukraine for round 5 with that red car, long antenna.
For round 5, let's start them off.
Go to Ukraine here, could definitely be damaged.
Get into it.
Yep, round 5 here. Go once again, LEERO not going to move. Oh. Wow, and he goes pretty far south here. Very far south. Is EAMONN going to find some information on the sign? Doesn't look like he will. He's just going to play it, no move from there.
Yeah, that was a risky choice from LEERO, sending that fast, not looking at the signs that were clearly right there.
Wow, and it's very far
LEERO has been guessing extremely
EAMONN
fast, and it could definitely cost him at some point. Like that one was only 1,500, but if EAMONN finds a single sign, he could like almost 5K and just win off one of these rounds on 3.5 times damage.
Right now, halfway through.
Wow.
And
we're back in Japan.
We're back in Japan.
We're back in Japan. Right off the bat, there will be some pull plates here. You see both players taking a look at them. Got a guy wire as well. Now, are they helpful? That's the real question. Don't look like they're giving anything away. We've got a horizontal and a vertical there right next to each other. The pull plates, but then those are both vertical. Interesting.
Yeah, there is a bit of, you know, maybe it is just like
There's just going straight in.
Yep, I like it.
It might just be.
Took a little bit more time than usual, I will
10
say.
seconds left for Eamon to respond now. He's still checking the pull plates.
5
Doesn't
seconds
seem
to go.
too confident. Yeah, he's going for
A little bit more north than
Fukushima.
LEERO. We'll see.
Wow.
And very good guess from Eamon.
Wow. He just misses the prefecture there.
But he's so close.
Great guess, yeah.
850 damage there. Really nice stuff from Eamon. Very nice back and forth game. We've got to start off this finals. Let's we'll take a quick peek around at our round 7 and then get them straight in without any hesitation. Looking like Argentina here for
I have to agree.
the round 7.
Round 7.
Again, we have an Argentina where we're right next to one of those sort of central little parks that they tend to have.
Yeah,
Love that.
very common to see in Argentina. And yeah, when you're so central,
Argentina
you're
is
bound to
just,
find some
like,
good
not an
information.
easy
So now it's a
country at all.
race. Who's going to find the town name, maybe the province, anything that they can get to as quickly as they possibly can.
Yeah, a lot of these
Okay.
LEERO
little
not
signs
taking,
here, but
not
seem a
like
little hard to
insta
read,
guessing
to
like
be
usual.
Yeah, that
Taking
one
his
looked pretty
time,
good.
looking at some
Amoka maybe
signs.
is the-
On 4 times damage.
That little word art sculpture
He's going
there?
in.
Maybe.
Around
Maybe that's the
Cordoba
town name.
goes.
Wow, LEERO locked.
Kind
Right near
of a
Cordoba.
more central default guess.
10 seconds. Eamon once again. LEERO has been guessing faster, and Eamon is left to respond. What will he do? He still hasn't opened his map.
And they're both
Okay,
going
yeah,
right,
he's right there
next to each
as
other.
well. They're just
Around Cordoba.
next to each other in the end.
Slightly east.
And it actually just slightly goes to Eamon. 4 times damage makes it a decent hit, 380, but could have been way worse. Round 8 now, 4.5 times multi-CG. This is serious. We're approaching that round limit here, and both players are in the green on the health.
4.5
This
times
is what we're
damage.
looking at here, a Czechia and
Ooh.
Slovakia bollard right
Yep.
there.
The
So we
orange
should
diagonal
be in
stripes
one
is
of those two
Czechia, Slovakia
countries.
with that baller.
I'd have to venture, my guess would be Czechia.
I
That's
would
what I'm
agree
gonna
with that.
say.
Yep. Now, Czechia is really good with signs. Once again, they just have to move and hope they find it. They're going opposite directions now, though.
Ooh. Eamon did a pretty classic
Who's going to
trick
find the
for
information first?
very good moving players where while they're moving, you
Eamon
see they're
has
doing it as
information.
well, they actually kind of start to zoom in while moving so that they're ready to already be there. It saves just a couple seconds, but those couple seconds can mean everything in this level of professional GeoGuessr. Now, Eamon has some town signs here. Can he find them?
Yeah, he does have the road number as well, 446, and Czechia does organize the roads by the hundreds, so...
Heroes come across same sign.
They have the same information, but Eamon has the advantage. He's been scanning for a while now, and he's lining it up. He has the road. He's looking towards those
Both
towns.
trying to get the 5K or just really just find the road?
Sternberg, 13 to the
LEERO has
northwest.
not had
so
that much time
he's
to
just about
literally
on there. Will
to search
LEERO
like at
find
all.
this?
But they are close to each other.
Question,
And LEERO.
ends up being closer, even though Eamon had the information for much longer. LEERO closer,
Sure.
but both very close by. In the end, only a couple points.
Being able to search for that
Not
long
too
and not win the
terrible.
round
We
is
go
definitely
on to
like
round 9. Only
kinda
2
tilting,
possible
low-key.
rounds left. And again, both players are still in the green here. This is going to be big. This is our round 9. Let's get started here and see what sort of information they could glean right off spawn. Will they move? Looking like UK here. Sign there for LEERO possibly.
it's just so hard to see like what's going on when they're on moving.
We're looking at Lawrence Park.
Shropshire Homes, it says on that sign for Eamon,
Ah.
which is near Wales in England.
Doesn't seem like either of them know it. I think they would have guessed.
I would have assumed they would. Maybe they don't trust it, knowing it's a real estate sign, but
Good point.
I mean,
See.
yeah, Shrewsbury is that's right over in that area.
yeah.
So, do they know? Eamon's found it.
Wow. I don't think LEERO knows. He's
No.
he's in the right area sort of, but he's looking a little too far south.
Yeah, he's actually moved into Wales.
Into Wales now, and with 5 times multi, I mean they're close.
LEERO's gotta
but
lock
it's
in here.
gonna be damage here.
Yeah, this is big for EAMONN, yeah.
Ooh.
Wow.
5 times damage.
That's going to be huge for EAMONN. 1,600
EAMONN's gonna have
points
to
of
pull off a
damage.
pretty
plus
bad
LEERO
guess here,
at
realistically.
1,500 health. And
Or
we move
LEERO's
on
gonna have to
our
make an incredible
final
guess, one
round,
of the two.
Round 10.
And we've seen situations like this so many times today. Many of these matches or games have gone to round 10 with one player down at about 1,500, EAMONN with about 4,000, so he has the advantage here. Player with the least amount of health will lose the game. Let's see what happens.
This is it. It comes down to Chile. LEERO's going to guess
gonna
quick.
Go pretty fast
it seems
here
like that's going to be
Southern
his
Chile.
play here. He does it. He locks it in. The pressure's now on.
I think EAMONN just has to make a default
EAMONN,
Southern Chile guess here, and he wins. I
He
don't think
resets
about it
back
too
to
much.
spawn.
He's
gonna
zooming
play
in.
it no move, just like LEERO.
Yep.
He's
I
not
think that's
too
what you have to do.
far off from where LEERO is. Who's going to be closer here? It
Nice
is going to
guess
be
from
EAMONN,
EAMONN.
and he's
And he's
going to
gonna get the win.
secure the moving game.
I think both of them played that well.
EAMONN
LEERO
in
had to
pretty
insist on something, and EAMONN just has to
convincing
make
fashion
a
with 4,000 points left,
solid
takes the
Southern
first moving
Chile
game.
hedge.
Perhaps
And he
what
did.
we
It's a
expected
very
to
good
see.
guess.
We know that
Game
EAMONN
one,
is so strong
goes
at
to
moving.
EAMONN.
LEERO.
What is the question?
We go
Can
game two.
LEERO win in the mode he is a little more favored in the no move? And then maybe we go back to EAMONN, then EAMONN wins the moving, then we go back to no move, and then you get LEERO in his preferred mode, and then maybe he takes the whole thing. We'll see if the scriptwriter's cooked or not.
We shall see, Bloom. Let's get into game number 2, and it is no moving.
No moving, 1 360 panorama from the spawn location is all you get. Cannot move up and down the road anymore. And this is that 360 panorama that they will have. Round 1, let's go.
Let's do this. Starting off both games of this match with pickup truck coverage.
Yeah.
This time we're way out in Kenya.
It's very green, which is very common in that western pocket. That sort of southwestern pocket of Kenya can be very green like this, so.
Yeah, very lush, a lot of agriculture as we see here. And it's a matter of really just refining the region guess. Can you narrow it down to a specific region? It actually looks like LEERO was thinking about north of Nairobi first.
Interesting. That area can be sort of green as well.
Yeah, EAMONN is convincing, yeah, he's committing to the west. So decent difference between them.
And EAMONN actually the one to lock in first here, when LEERO's kind of usually the one guessing fast.
Let's see who's going to be right on this region guess.
Wow.
Okay.
It's
LEERO.
going to be actually over in the green area.
Pretty solid
near
guess.
the
Gets
Mount
500 damage.
That's 448
Almost on the first round.
points.
Can't complain about that on a Kenya first round.
A good start for LEERO. And we move on to round
We'll say that
number 2.
round did not seem like too much. It definitely looked like Central West. I mean, it kind of was Central, but I feel like that's the max East it realistically like could be.
Once again, LEERO spinning around the avatars. Love to see that.
Yeah.
It's classic little thing there.
Classic.
And
All right.
what are we working
Round
with
2 here. Not an easy round.
Interesting. Is this ever just...
It-
yeah, Romania.
Yeah, I was
say.
thinking that, yeah. LEERO's locked into Romania. He just clicked right in the middle.
Yeah, because Romania can't have these small dashes on the outside
Yeah.
at times. They're
Yeah.
rare, but they do exist in Romania.
This landscape, yeah, that Romania fits the bill, so it is, yeah.
It is just going to be Romania. Pretty similar guesses there.
LEERO,
Only gonna give 50
the
points
respectable
of damage
50
down to
damage.
EAMONN's health. LEERO going to hold his full health, holding the flawless. We're going to go into round 3. So what we're working with here, looking like a Brazil. Seems like we're back. Big country, big points are on offer here, CG.
Yep, this is the place to pick up some points. Start getting some momentum early in the game,
Brazil.
round 3.
Surely, maybe.
2 times multi
I
is
think.
enough to make Brazil a little scary here.
Pretty hilly.
Yeah, if you make a big blunder
Pretty dark
in a
soil.
country as big as Brazil,
Car would make sense for it.
2 times multi could just knock you out. So you got to be really careful. You got to be in the zone. And these 2 players, you can see them scouring every piece of the landscape right now, taking in the foliage, the hills, anything they can.
EAMONN opening up his map, thinking relatively far south, but has not placed an actual pin in. LEERO opens the map as well, thinking Sao Paulo. Similar area to where EAMONN had zoomed in. Yeah, they're both going to be in that Sao Paulo state. Will they keep it there? Will they commit it? Only 15 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, I like their general thought process here. And yeah, time's going to tick down. Looks like they're going to make full use of it here.
Look pretty like southeast kind of Brazil.
Both players
Pretty hilly, so
close
I think that would
by.
make
LEERO
sense.
locks it in, And the
It's a little bit
timer
more
runs out,
north.
and Eamon is a
Eamon
little
gonna
bit
do a
closer.
little
He's
bit of
gonna
damage
finally
here.
chip away a bit of damage there. 858, and even when they were both very close by each other. Round 4. Here we are on our round 4. We're got a lot of the coverage is very blocked here by this truck.
Half the view we can't really see, but maybe the truck helps actually. We'll see if they trust anything on there.
Yeah,
I mean, holy crap.
It is going to be
The dog
Romania.
is
Yeah,
still
Eamon has the
barking.
Romania
That's
license
insane
plate.
to me.
Romania license plate right there.
I mean, that's just insane to me.
But how are you gonna region guess this when all you're really getting access to see is these apartment buildings and then a truck?
Yeah, I mean, this is a testament to just how random Google coverage is. Sometimes you're just next to a truck and you can't see. So you have to be ready as a pro player to contend with any kind of situation like this.
And you can see both players are kind of trying to look out in the distance. LEERO's getting that little glimpse of a mountain here because a lot of times in GeoGuessr, that's what you need to make your region guesses. You need to be able to see the landscape. You need to be able to get a vibe for the area you're actually in, even within the country.
Let Bloom cook.
LEERO does end up making that guess. The pressure's on for Eamon to follow suit. He opens up the map and he's in
Let's go in Albania. It is Romania.
I mean, it is
Not a
Romania.
great
We
guess
had
for
the
Eamon,
Romanian.
Eamon was looking
It's
at the
not
plate.
horrible.
He was looking at the
And he's
plate.
still in Albania?
I wonder if he thought it was a car traveling. Because I do really understand the Albania vibe there. I definitely kind of got that vibe.
I agree.
That Romanian plate, I wonder if he thought it was a traveling car.
Yeah, that is
There's not a lot of
rough
information
for
there. I don't know
Eamon.
if... I feel like...
He's not out of this yet. He's still got over
could
half
be
his
wrong.
health. It's relatively
I feel
early.
like with that plate,
So we'll
you
see
don't
if
have
we
it
can turn it
on.
around. But LEERO,
I guess you gotta
LEERO's
trust
look good
yourself
here,
with the
no
vibe,
move.
but like with that plate,
Yeah.
I don't know if that can
And it's
outweigh,
as we kind of predicted
your
as we
vibe.
went into this.
But
think
he's
no
in the
move
grand
just
finals of the APAC
slightly
major for a reason.
favors
He's gotta trust
LEERO.
himself.
Eamon is thinking France here on the round 5. 3 times multiplier. Things are serious. LEERO could give quite a big hit again here. France is big enough to do it, but their guesses are pretty close by.
That's some solid,
kind of in a central, slightly north
hills,
area.
honestly. Decently hilly, fields everywhere.
Yeah, I think this one should end up being France. Yeah,
I can
it's a
see the
matter of who's going to get that better
definitely the
region.
France
It's a bit
here.
of a tricky one for sure.
It's not easy
Rural
though.
France can look so similar in so many places.
Part of me wonders if this could be anything else.
Yeah, maybe they're both just in the wrong country. You never know.
France is a good shout though. Like I definitely don't.
Europe's not an
dislike
easy
it,
continent.
but there's this little
It's not.
feeling in my bones that's saying, what if it's not France? We will see though. The timer's
Let's
gonna run out, and they're
see.
both gonna commit it.
It's not France. Was no.
Netherlands?
That's crazy.
What?
No shot.
What a
But
round!
Blue,
That is
you
crazy.
called it, man. You said
I called it.
there's something wrong.
There was something wrong there.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
That's a good pull from Bloom.
Unreal. We go on to round
W
6.
caster.
This is what we're dealing with here.
Something very tropical. Seems to be pretty coastal.
See, wow,
Maybe
what a
not,
difficult
but
one, especially for
just off the trees and some of the architecture.
some
I don't know. Just kind of
Interesting
feeling it.
architecture and yeah, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Let's see.
So they have a little bit of a sign there, and both are trying to use it, but it's hard to read. You can't
LEERO's
get much
going
off of
Colombia.
it. LEERO's thinking Colombia, and he's got a plonk down, but hasn't locked it in. Eamon looking out
There are some
wherever
mountains.
he can.
He goes pretty
Okay,
quickly.
LEERO is committing himself to the Columbia guess. Eamon once again left to respond. He's gonna join him in Colombia.
Eamon going pretty close to him in
Little farther
Colombia.
south, though.
Shouldn't be too much damage here. It is 3.5 times though, so could get a few hundred.
Here for
Ooh,
Eamon.
great guess from LEERO. Wow.
What?
That is going to be damage, actually. That's 2,000 damage.
Oh, and there's an Aussie chant going on in the crowd,
The
too.
LEERO hype
Dang.
is going crazy.
LEERO is stone cold. He has no reaction no matter what.
I
It's kind
hope
of crazy.
they could hear that in
Insane.
the cast. The audience rooting for Aussie. Here's what we have here for our round 7. Ooh, another really difficult one. This no move map is definitely hard.
Yeah, there have been some tricky locations, some baity rounds like that Netherlands. So yeah, looks like another tough European location. And you're just really left to the foliage. I mean, you have the generic. Yeah, that's really it. So LEERO's in Hungary.
Wow,
Okay.
LEERO's thinking Hungary, but LEERO is sitting in such a nice spot to win and get the 1-to-1. See if he can do it. EAMONN is following suit in Hungary as well, so both are there.
That can definitely work. Oh, but LEERO's thinking about France.
Is he gonna move it? 15 seconds to go. EAMONN really considering whatever he can. You see him really leaned into the monitor here, and he looks very
EAMONN is locked in.
confused.
Bro is like in the monitor. LEERO has no idea. Bro, the difference in these players is actually crazy.
Does it? He moves to
LEERO is just
France.
but it is
so cool.
Hungary.
No, but it
barely
is
has any reaction
Hungary
to anything.
with 4 times multi.
Oh,
EAMONN goes
gosh, LEERO just
up
got
2-0.
Zero, like almost zero reaction.
I don't believe it. EAMONN with only 1,000 points left there.
I love the difference in like how they play.
Doorstep takes the win.
Like physically.
All it
like,
takes
EAMONN has,
is one
like,
guess like that.
Yeah, with
And now EAMONN
I don't know. He
2-0.
2-0
you can
for
see
EAMONN
his
with the
energy,
multis
you know what I'm
high
saying?
enough,
LEERO
and,
just
and
always just
LEERO was right
at all
there,
times.
and he
He's
just
kinda
last second
kinda crazy.
considered
fun,
France,
though.
and he ended up
Players have different personalities. I like that. That's good for the game.
times in this
Alright.
tournament today. Actually, there have
Game
been
3
these times where a player's
grand
initial
finals.
guess is correct, then they second guess, they move off of it last second, and it does not go in their favor. Now, can LEERO re-lock in after that? He is only 1 game away from losing.
Yeah, and we're back to the moving format, which, as we saw, EAMONN really was convincingly dominating there with 4,000 points left in the first game on his win. So, can he do it again? Can he do it again and get our first 3-0 of the day? Or will LEERO have something to say about
Wow, could
Let's see.
be the first 3-0. Let's find out. Let's get the players in. Everybody at home, lock in. We are possibly only 1 singular game away from crowning the APAC Major Champion of 2025. Round 1 starting on South Africa here.
that? Oh, EAMONN, he's got a town, Danielson.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like he knows too well where that's going to be, though.
A difficult one. It's probably a pretty small town.
Yeah.
All right. Game 3. Got to be locked here.
Yeah, not
EAMONN.
much other information there.
He zoomed in sort of
Really
north
just doesn't.
in South Africa, which
As
I
long as
can
he
see
doesn't
with this
choke, he should
landscape
win this.
architecture as well.
Winner gets 7 grand.
LEERO is hanging
The
out
APAC
cows.
Major. I think second place gets like 4 grand maybe. So, you know,
Quality Steelworks. If anybody needs any Quality Steelworks,
You guys know where to hit him up, yeah.
working hard
know
for
who
some
to
money.
call.
I respect that.
let's see. Okay, LEERO finally opening up the map.
Yeah, LEERO goes north as well there. I like this region guess. EAMONN, yep, he's going to click there too.
Both right next to each other. LEERO's
both
closer.
Really great guesses. Pretty much just region guesses at that point. 142 damage to start us off. Round number 2.
I think we can see the ocean
Got
and a
the
beach.
ocean there.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
nice.
And some bollards here.
Lovely German bollards, looks like.
Are they? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Wow, what a cool location. Start us off here, get into round 2.
And is the water east of us? Wow.
Okay, we do have an interesting
pretty
round here.
distinct
Definitely could
angle.
line something up for a 5K
Germany, yes,
probably.
it's got to be on the north coast somewhere where you
Yeah,
have that.
there, yeah.
EAMONN is just rocketing down the road because you know you're going to get some good signs in Germany, but LEERO's lining up the coastline right now. So different approaches.
Wow, EAMONN is possibly considering one of these islands here, actually sort of off the more west coast. Now LEERO is too.
Yeah, they have these big sand dunes. Yeah, this is a cool place, but it's really
Very
critical.
cool.
Get that region guess.
1.5 times damage. Probably shouldn't see too
See
much
if they
damage here,
find
but
anything.
I
Yeah,
mean,
EAMONN's still moving so fast.
definitely
down
an
the
interesting
road.
round,
LEERO
I will
now
say.
following suit, but it seems like they're moving. They are moving in the same direction, but LEERO is farther behind.
Yeah, EAMONN went back to the start after
lot
a
of
while,
water.
I think.
Yeah.
Now,
to the east, as stated
LEERO's
before.
going
Let's-
over back to where for no
EAMONN
reason.
is-
Bring the island.
is he
It's
on
just
those
up
islands? He's going to
north.
stay there.
Wow.
EAMONN!
Great guess from EAMONN.
That's such an impressive guess.
It is. I agree.
Wow, on the round 2. What is that?
EAMONN gets the right German
It's a good
island.
guess.
That is
I
not
don't
a
know what else to
sentence you
say.
get to say
It's
every
incredible.
day.
No, definitely not.
Amazing.
I have never said that on a cast. That
That's-
someone got the
I believe
right
this is
German
Tunisia now.
island correct.
Should be the
CG.
follow card there.
That is a
and
wild
just, This
That
is the
is
most
a
like
wild
Tunisia
one.
looking
This
round
is
in the
our
history of
round
Tunisia.
3,
not
though.
gonna lie.
We'll get the players in.
Could be wrong.
Should be
but,
Tunisia here.
Just saying what I'm seeing.
Have we had any Tunisia today? I don't think so.
This is our first Tunisia of the day.
And a moving one at that is
Yeah.
that's an interesting way to play Tunisia. Looks like LEERO has a town sign, and
EAMONN has a town sign as well, leaving the town.
Do any of them know the town?
Info.
Probably a pretty hard city to find, I would say. It's probably pretty small here, but we have some bigger signs for both players.
Oh, yeah. APAC's got a great one there.
Big city.
Sfax. Yeah, that's going to be very helpful.
East.
So, yeah.
Like southeast.
He knows where
east.
those two cities are.
I don't know, it's kind of just east, low-key.
LEERO's got a roundabout. And some signs as well here. So, yeah, got another sign with some good information there. Gonna try and line it up. They both should be pretty close here. Now, whether or not they can actually find this, that is going to be the question. Should be kind of hard to do. It should be north of Sfax, because that sign had Sfax to the south.
Let's see, 5 seconds. Who has done a better job lining this up? APAC looks pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, APAC!
What?
That was
4998 in Tunisia.
APAC is on an absolute roll right now with these rounds. He's getting the region guesses, and then he's almost pinpointing in Tunisia in 60 seconds.
Crazy. We love to see it. And now we have our round 4 in Thailand. Let's start us off. See what the players can find here. We've mentioned this before.
Driving left.
There's some usable information in Thailand for sure, but it can be a hard country to region guess.
Yeah, we do.
LEERO's just guess right away.
I like this idea because if you see to the south here, you have rubber trees, which you'll see a lot in the south of Thailand. APAC will join him.
And they're right next to each other, so not going to be too much damage here.
Very good guesses here. Yeah,
LEERO
but
with a crazy good guess.
That's going to be some
APAC's
points.
not too happy with this guess, but it's only 900 damage.
880, and LEERO actually just slightly
We've seen APAC take some games
as we go into
from
round 5.
being down because of multis, so
we're in India.
Pretty much straight even right now through 4 rounds.
It sure could. 3 times damage. India, big
APAC just needs to land like one really good guess in grand finals or his.
Weaknesses. Did LEERO as well, possibly?
Did LEERO? I don't remember.
In any case, definitely a tricky country. Yeah.
That's for sure, and LEERO is just locking in fast. APAC now forced to make a guess basically off of spawn alone. He's moving a little bit, but he's only got 5 seconds. Got to open the map up, APAC.
Ooh, different
He's going
guesses.
to Maharashtra. Oh, this is going to be huge. He moves all the north at the end. And it's actually just in between them.
Like almost
LEERO's a little bit closer.
Them.
Wow, so it's nothing to write home about in the end, and we just move on to round 6. That could have been massive.
Yeah. A missed opportunity for both of them there, but we move on to round 6.
Yep, this is it. We have a little sign there, so that's something.
Some Italian on there, maybe.
Looks like some Italian. Again, the players can move, so they're gonna try and go find whatever they can.
LEERO going very fast into Italy. Bang, bang. He's marking it down. I respect it.
Yeah, this flat landscape, agricultural. That's a really big area. You're going to see things like this. So I like that region guess. APAC again now has a few seconds to make up his mind. He's going to join him there.
And once again, they are right next to each other. And a little bit closer, going to do a few hundred damage.
There, going to chip away some damage. Even things out just even more. It is a back and forth.
This has been a very good game 3 so far.
On the
round 7.
Yeah, their health is so close. LEERO is doing, I have to say, a lot better job this time in the moving game. You know, he's not lost nearly as much health as before, so he's doing well. He's recovered a bit after the first loss. And again, he knows what's at stake. If he loses right here on the moving, it's done, and APAC is the champion, so.
Yeah, it's over.
Yep.
APAC getting a 3-0 would be unreal.
We've had 0 game 5s, 0 NMPZ games.
Mexico, you got the Mexico octagonal.
It's all been move and no move, which has not been too entertaining, I got to admit. I'd like to see more NMPZs.
Wow, APAC.
I think most people would.
Look at his hands on his head. He doesn't know if he likes it.
Wait, he doesn't know if he likes it. But LEERO's calm. Oh no, APAC really doesn't like it. But
they're literally right next to each other. It's not even a bad guess. APAC act like he just sold the entire
looks very unhappy.
game.
Yeah, he seemed really stressed about that guess, but in the end, it wasn't so bad, man.
Yeah,
he was very. I mean, that's the energy I'm talking about. He shows like all of his thoughts, all of his feelings are expressed, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Move on to round.
It can definitely be good.
Wow, both players above 4K health on
an
the
entertainment
round 8.
factor. So
approaching the round
APAC
limit.
here.
You gotta do it in 10. Whoever has the most health
needs to make a play one time. Round 8.
Game.
Yeah,
We have
the
some
way this has
signs.
been
Don't
going,
think these
I
are
mean,
too
their
helpful.
health is still so high. Eamon just has to chip a little bit more.
Maybe the next
and
one,
get
these
that
could
higher
be more
health around
helpful,
10, and
but
he'll take it 3-0. So he's in a really good
not
spot
seeing
right now.
anything so
Indonesia,
far.
though,
He's moving
big
on.
country with Maltese.
LEERO
Yeah,
finding
definitely.
a
Who's
couple
going to find a
signs.
Kabupaten first? LEERO looking like he's just going to lock in Bonten. He does. I wonder if that
There's
was
a
on a sign or if
Bonten
he
right
just locked
there.
in.
Eamon's got Bonten there.
Yeah,
Just
Bonten
one of
as
the
well. So, yep, just going to be Bonten.
regions.
Shouldn't be
I
the
don't know,
game
I forget
here.
what they call
But
it.
Eamon is so
Provinces, I
close
believe.
to possibly being
Provincia.
the APAC champion right now.
They're right next to
Just
each other,
gonna go
though.
next here. Both going to be pretty much right on top of it.
Yeah, pick up a
Eamon
few
gonna
points
do
there.
a
194.
couple hundred damage
I mean,
here.
at this point,
And
look how close the scores are.
2
He
rounds
needs
left,
that.
5 times
With
damage.
2 rounds
Coming
left,
up.
2 rounds left.
2 rounds. That is it. And this is our round 9. Wow.
Looks like a back alley in the UK.
Yeah, it looks like it. So they're going to try and get out of this alley as quick as possible. And then they're going to try and get some more information here. But it does seem like we're going to be in a pretty big town. So they should be able to find the information of where they're at.
Actually, I might stand
yeah.
corrected. This
Wait,
is not the UK.
it's not.
Never mind, never mind.
I got
Bad
that
call out
vibe,
from
though, the
CG,
brick.
but he takes it back. I
From
like
the
that. I
alley, it
respect
seems,
that.
but no, this is Belgium, I think.
Gonna be Belgium for sure. But again, they're still the same situation. They're in
Eamon
a,
looking
they're in
at
a
a
city.
sign.
They're gonna try and find that
It
city.
is 5 times
Eamon's
damage,
got
so
a
you
sign
kind of
here
gotta
for a
try to
state
find the
park.
town if you can.
Might say the city on it. He seems like he's scanning for it. LEERO still moving very fast, trying to find something as helpful. But wait, did Eamon?
Eamon goes
I
in.
think Eamon's got
He
it.
just found
It
it.
said Anden, and he found a town that has that in the name. So he's in the right region, most likely.
Oh wow, but LEERO is also so
LEERO
close
is right
by.
next
As
to him.
long as he
Oh my goodness.
stays there, we're just gonna get round 10, and it's gonna be decided all right there. Yeah.
Is Eamon a little
Eamon's
closer?
slightly closer.
Yeah, barely. I
He'll
mean,
take the lead, though.
barely
35
points. I mean, this game
And here
is
we go,
so
round 10. This
close.
decides everything.
And you know what, CG? Round 10?
we get game 4?
Where are we for round 10,
Oh,
CG?
Wow.
We're in India.
So,
Do we
this
get
is
game
it,
4,
guys.
or does Eamon
Either
win the grand
Eamon
finals
just
right
is
here?
that little bit closer,
All
or
comes down
LEERO
to an India.
multi-merchants.
I mean, LEERO's
I mean,
up.
he could as well. Yeah, LEERO is in the same spot.
It's just whoever is going to be closest on this round, unless they're right on top of each other, it's just whoever closest is going to take this round.
Absolutely
LEERO
wild.
zooming in quickly here. He's got possibly a region guess that he's thinking, but nope, both players are actually going to take the
But
time
it's just
to look
trying to
around
find
and
any
see
signs that
what
will be
they can
helpful.
Find, because
Literally,
is
this round
everything.
decides
Either Eamon is the
whether it's
champion
over,
of the APAC region and secures a spot in the
or if
World
LEERO can try to pull off the reverse
Championship,
sweep.
or LEERO takes us back to his preferred mode, no move, and then possibly for a chance at NMPZ. It's decided right here on India.
It might all come down to this. The
Finding
APAC
language,
champion could be crowned
which will help
on
looking
an
at
Asia
all the
round.
signs, see if they
Yeah.
can find any
Is it
town
about to
names
happen?
or
We have 15 seconds
anything like
left.
that.
And neither player has really found anything too important. Finally, Eamon opens up the
Eamon
map.
pulling in east
Who
guess.
is gonna
LEERO
be
also there,
closer?
but he's
Why?
more south.
This is all decided
This is
right
gonna
now.
be it,
Timer runs
and
out.
Eamon's closer.
And Eamon
It's
is
Eamon!
actually closer in the end.
And that's
and
in the
he's
game.
3-0
Wow.
and become the APAC champion.
Eamon has
And
done it.
Eamon wins it
He gets
all
the first 3-0
from the
of the day
quarterfinals.
after coming so close in the quarterfinals, the semifinals. He
Wow.
gets the 3-0, and he is
So we
the
had 3
APAC
1s in
major
every single series,
champion
but
of
the grand finals with a 3-0.
2025.
Not the most entertaining series.
Eamon
A lot of the
takes
series were kind of
prize,
one-sided.
Takes the win and takes the ticket to the World Championship.
But Eamon
he is
wins the APAC
your
major.
APAC champion.
We have the Americas major coming up, I believe, this coming weekend. So, I mean, I will be watching that.
First of all,
Hopefully, it's
congratulations.
a little bit more entertaining than this. This was
How are
good.
you
Like, this was a
feeling right
great
now?
start. Competitive GeoGuessr. It's fun to watch.
I
Love watching the pros play.
I just feel over the moon right now.
Yeah,
Thank you so
but
much, everyone, for supporting
not a lot
me
of close
and showing
games.
up.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
it's
how
amazing, you guys, and yeah.
I like the format, or like how spectators like the format with a lot of moving going on. 2 out of the first 3 games are moving. So, I don't know if they'll change that or not, but I feel like it'd be more entertaining without that, in my opinion. But America's Major coming up. I'll be watching that as well. And yeah, thanks for watching.